Hi everybody, it's Kay. Hope you can hear me. My voice is shot. Between doing a lot of training at work and tropical storm Florence that came up through this area and the weather changes, my throat is sore. My voice is just not here. So I'm going to try to make this as short and sweet as possible. I am honoring Bernice McFadden all throughout the month for her birthday, and I'm highlighting books here on my channel and on my Instagram. So today's book review is on Fever under her pen name, Geneva Holliday. This is a contemporary fiction book, in my opinion, because it's not one of the very heavy literary books like Harlan, the Book of Harlan, or Nowhere is a Place of Sugar. This is a much more upbeat type book. It just has a much lighter tone than the other books. This book is very reminiscent to me of the group friend books from back in the day that everybody was writing back in the late 90s, early 2000s, like Waiting to Exhale, Married Men, Friends and Lovers, Sisters and Brothers, The X-Files, Trying to Sleep in the Bed You Made. You know, those books that were about friendships and relationships and navigating through individually and together with your friends. So this book is right in that niche, in my opinion. It is about Geneva, who is a single mother with 2 kids, who's just trying to make it when she finds love in a very unexpected way. And Crystal, who has made a commitment to celibacy, but when a handsome old friend shows up on her doorstep, that commitment might go right out the window. And then you have Chevy, who to me is the irresponsible one of the group, and when she finally does land a job, it turns out that the job may be a lot more than she bargained for. And then there's Noah, who is in a committed relationship with his partner, and things are going well, but they're put into a compromising position that can cause them to lose everything depending on the choices they make. This book had a very, like I said, upbeat tone. The pace of the book was very quick. I was able to make it through the book very easily. I liked the characterization in this book, and the characters had their own very distinctive voices. You did not mix up Geneva and Chevy at all. They had, their own personalities. And I like the way that she wrote these friends, because you could see the thread of what bound them together as friends. But you also saw just how very different these people were. And it's just like in real life. We have some friends where, we have so much in common, and then those same friends were so very different from them. And sometimes people may look at you and say, well, why are they friends? They just don't know, and they just don't get it. And that's kind of the vibe I got from these 4 friends. I liked the growth and change of the characters from the first page to the last. I liked how each individual story had a kind of like a different time frame where they peaked and climaxed. And the way that she wrapped up the story, even though it's part of a series, she gives you an ending that's very satisfying, to where she answers a lot of things and resolves some things, but still leaves you wanting to find out what happens in these characters' lives later on. So I did like that. I love the fact that you could read this book as a standalone novel and not have to have read the first one to enjoy it. But I will tell you this, there was a big reveal in the book that when I read that part, I knew I had already read this book before, because when I read it, I said, see, I knew that's what it was going to be. And so, yeah, must probably read it years ago when it first came out, but I do want to read the other books in the series now. And I'm just curious, Bernice, if you see this video, whether or not you're going to write any other books under the pen name Geneva Holliday, or if you're done with her. Just curious, just wondering. Thank you all for tuning in, and I hope to have Glorious read and a review posted by the end of this month. So stay tuned for that, and until next time, everybody, keep reading. Bye-bye.